And hello, everybody. Welcome into the broadcast. I'm Samuel Reese. Pleased to be coming to you live this afternoon. And if you're a fan of European soccer, well, today is like Christmas, isn't it? The Champions League is back here on September 14th of 2021. We are ready for a brand new season of the UEFA Champions League. Exciting times without a doubt, and I'm pleased to be bringing back whip-around coverage of the Champions League throughout the group stage. If you're new to this idea or to these type of broadcasts, what I'll be doing is we have 6 kickoffs simultaneously taking place at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central European Time, and I'll be bouncing around quite literally from game to game, keeping you up to date with all of the action. We have Barcelona versus Bayern Munich, Dynamo Kiev against Benfica. We also have on tap tonight in the UEFA Champions League, Vilarreal taking on Atalanta. We have Lille versus Wolfsburg, Chelsea against Zenit, and Malmo against Juventus. So a stacked lineup indeed. Earlier today, 2 games took place. Young Boys with the upset on home soil in Switzerland, defeating Manchester United 2-1. Sevilla and Salzburg, meanwhile, played to a 1-1 draw. So already exciting action today. And here we go. All 6 3 p.m. Eastern Time games kicking off right now. And we'll start with the marquee matchup, which would be Barcelona and Bayern Munich. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Excited to bring you the action. I will get a score bug going in a moment. And Barcelona at home at the Camp Nou against Bayern Munich, of course, trying to erase from their memory the last time they met Bayern Munich, an 8-2 thrashing in the knockout stages of the Champions League a couple seasons ago. Also in Group E, Dynamo Kiev hosting Benfica. This game taking place in Ukraine. It's Benfica on the ball in red. And here on this broadcast, you won't miss a goal from all 6 games. We'll be bouncing around the ground. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, so you won't miss a big moment here in the Champions League today. I'm just going to get the scoreboard up and running, which will be definitely valuable for you guys tuning in. Benfica with some good possession here. The Benfica team lining up in a 3-4-2-1 formation. And here is Everton, one of the best players for Benfica on the ball. Now it falls to Grimaldo. Grimaldo lost it, and Kiev managed to clear. All right, so as I mentioned moments ago, earlier today, it was the shock result so far. Young Boys beating Manchester United 2-1. That was in Group F. Cristiano Ronaldo did score once again for Man United. However, it would really go all downhill for the Red Devils after that. Juan Bissaka getting a red card at around the half-hour mark, and a little past that, I should say. And so Man United down a man the rest of the way. And, well, Young Boys were there to capitalize, and you have to give them credit. They would tie the game in the 66th minute, and Gamalu with the goal. And then the late drama that we love in Champions League football was on full display, and it was none other than the American substitute, Jordan Pefok, scoring in the 95th minute, quite literally the last second. A horrible back pass by Jesse Lingard, and Young Boys were there to capitalize. Cristiano Ronaldo, by the way, was subbed off in the second half by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he did not look pleased on the sideline, Ronaldo. So what a result that truly was. Meanwhile, the other teams in Group F are Vilarreal and Atalanta. That game currently in progress. It's 0-0 early stages. Vilarreal are the home side. And once again, thank you everyone for being a part of the broadcast. It'll be a fun couple of hours. Atalanta led by head coach Gianpiero Gasparini. And no goals yet in the early stages of all 6 matches simultaneously taking place. And there we go. I'll get the scoreboard in effect so you won't miss out on any of the action around the grounds, and you'll be kept up to date throughout the night or throughout the afternoon here in the United States. Here are Atalanta, deflected pass, comes out wide. This is now held by Zappacosta, and the shot from distance ends up wide. All right, let's go to Group G. Earlier in Group G, it was Sevilla and Salzburg playing to a 1-1 draw, and it would actually be Sevilla striking first. Salzburg had their best chance, though, very early on, a missed penalty kick in the 13th minute from Salzburg, and then Sevilla would have a penalty kick of their own later on in the half. But before that, there was a penalty awarded to the Austrian side, RB Salzburg, and that time it would be converted. It was Sucic to make it 1-0. So on the second try, Salzburg able to capitalize. And then there was another penalty shout for the Austrian club. It really was a wild wild first half. And a penalty would be awarded for the third time. And this time, Salzburg would hit the post. So just a wild game. 3 penalties to Salzburg in that first half. 1 converted, 2 missed. And then later on in the first half, Sevilla would get a penalty kick for themselves. And Sevilla on the first attempt would convert. It was Ivan Rakitic, the former Barcelona man. And so all the action basically took place in that first half with 4 total penalties, 1-1, the final score. All right, so the reason I went over what happened earlier between Salzburg and Sevilla is because the other 2 teams in this group, Lille and Wolfsburg, are currently in action. And Lille, the home side, the French team, were the surprise winners of Ligue 1 last year, and that's how they qualified to this edition of the Champions League. That ball out of play for a Wolfsburg goal kick. Wolfsburg also with an impressive campaign last season as they managed to qualify for the Champions League for the first time in quite a while, if I'm not mistaken. And so no score yet around the grounds. Opening day of the UEFA Champions League. Always a brilliant, brilliant day indeed. At least for myself, it certainly is. And now here come Lille on the attack. Wolfsburg trying to clear. The second chance is blocked. I believe that was Jonathan David with the chance, the Canadian in the starting lineup for Lille. All right, let's bounce back to Group F at Estadio de la Ceramica in Vilarreal, where the defending Europa League winners are hosting Atalanta, and this could be a chance for Atalanta off the post and in. The Italian side strike first, and that is our first goal of the evening here in the 3 p.m. Eastern Time kickoffs. And it's Freuler to make it 1-0 to the visitors. Well, there you have it, folks. The first goal on the first shot for Atalanta. The possession's been even in the early goings, and in the 6th minute, Freuler finds the back of the net. And what a big-time goal that is to set the tone for the Italian side, who over the past couple of years have actually normalized playing on the biggest stage in Europe, which of course is the Champions League. And that was taken real nicely by Freuler. It was Zapata just laying it off. And the finish there by Freuler off the post and in. A composed finish from Freuler. And look what we have. A goal in Spain, 1-0, the score in favor of Atalanta. All right, so we got one goal. When I've done this in the past couple of Champions League seasons, whip-around coverage, when we get one, there tend to be a lot that come after that. So we'll see if that turns out to be the case. But it is Freuler with a 6th-minute goal. Meanwhile, over in Group H, it's Chelsea taking on Zenit at Stamford Bridge in London, England. The defending champions of this competition taking on the Russian side. And here's Zenit on the attack, in fact. As Chelsea are wearing their traditional blue colors as the home side. Zenit going all the way back to their center back. They're wearing their white kits tonight. Zenit helm from St. Petersburg, one of the largest cities in Russia. And now Rudiger back in possession for Chelsea. He'll find the keeper, Mendy, who has really been spectacular since making the move from Rennes to Chelsea. He was superb at the weekend against Aston Villa. All right, elsewhere in Group H, it's Malmo taking on Juventus. Malmo of Sweden, and they are the host for this game. Juventus have had an abysmal start to their 2021-22 Serie A campaign. Just 1 point in their opening 3 matches. So can Juve get back on track here in their opening game of the Champions League against an opponent that they really should take care of? But you never know. Here's Juan Cuadrado. Cuadrado, the Colombian. Juventus, of course, playing their first couple of games in the post-Ronaldo era. It didn't, quite go as expected, many would say, with Ronaldo at Juventus for 3 seasons. But when all is said and done, Ronaldo did as much as he could, I think, for the club. And Juventus weren't able to deliver a Champions League title while he was there. And now let's hop back over to Kiev in Group E. Dynamo Kiev against Benfica. What's going on? Gabriel, welcome in. And that shot from just outside the box, parried over the bar by Vlachodimos. And a great save by the Greek keeper for Benfica. It was a dangerous free kick for Kiev and a corner kick upcoming for the Ukrainian side. You're not supposed to be here, Gabriel. Oh yeah, you're on the west coast, right? So it's only just past noon for you. So you're probably still in school now, right? Yeah. Fortunately for me, on the East Coast, I get home in time for most of the Champions League games. Which I'm thankful for. So I got home from school about 45 minutes ago. We're hopping back over to the marquee matchup, Barcelona Bayern at Camp Nou in Barcelona, Spain. Here is Davies. You've got class right now. I won't tell anybody. That's what I assumed, though. That's what I assumed. Yeah, I always thought about that. Living in the Pacific time zone is tough if you're a fan of European soccer, because you pretty much miss all the Champions League games, which would be rough if that were me. But the possession about 50-50 so far between Barcelona and Bayern. No goals yet in this one. So this ball's clipped forward and now laid back to Lewandowski. Lewandowski, the shot. Ter Stegen making the save. All right, you'll be back. Awesome, Gabriel. Sounds great, man. We're just getting started here on the Whiparound show of day one in the UEFA Champions League. So now on the ball for Barca is Araujo. 14th minute. Unless anything significant happens elsewhere, we'll stay with Barcelona Bayern for a few minutes. But with 6 games going on at once, I'm sure something impactful is going to happen soon. And maybe in this game, there was a dangerous cross floated into the area. And the shot sent over the bar by Sergio Roberto. The right ideas from Barca, who, of course, were obliterated last time they faced Bayern Munich. 8-2 loss in the knockout stages of the Champions League. Quite a stunning result, really. And that was just over a year ago. This is brought ahead by Alphonso Davies. Now Benjamin Pavard. The through ball cut out by Gerard Piqué. Quarter hour into pretty much all of the matches that are taking place as we speak. 6 simultaneous kickoffs. The Whiparound show is back here on the channel for Champions League action. I might do I might do a similar thing for Europa League, perhaps, as that's claimed by Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. And Ter Stegen will put it down on the ground. Long ball forward. Now back in the possession of Bayern Munich. Upamecano, the former Leipzig man. And now a nice layoff pass by Sané. And claiming for a handball and getting the call was Frankie de Jong. Struck the arm of Davies that time. So far in all of the 6 matches, we've had 1 goal. That was in Spain. Atalanta taking the lead over Wolfsburg. And here, the focus is the marquee matchup of the day. Barcelona, Bayern Munich, both placed in Group E. The draw took place a few weeks ago for this group stage. This was certainly one of the more mouth-watering matchups circled on the calendar. And here come Barcelona. Pedri floating one into the box. No problem for Manuel Neuer. All right, back we go to Stamford Bridge. Group H, Chelsea on the attack. The right idea from Mason Mount, but the service was just beyond the reach of Reece James. Goal kick for Zenit St. Petersburg. Great to have fans back as well around Europe for these Champions League contests. Of course, in some places, more fans than others due to the different COVID regulations and restrictions in certain countries. But in England, it's full capacity, as we've been seeing in the Premier League. Chelsea, the Champions League holders, they beat Manchester City in the 2021 final back in, what was that, the end of May. I was on the call for that one, which took place in Porto for Zenit, their opponents. It's their 9th Champions League campaign, their 3rd in succession, as a matter of fact. And of course, it would be huge for a club like them to get through the group stage, but it's always going to be tough with Chelsea and Juventus both in their group. Jorginho committing the foul for Chelsea. So a free kick for Zenit, and standing over it for the Russian side is number 44, Ratishki trying to pose a threat. The shots are 1-1 thus far, and this will be lofted out wide. A nice controlled touch, and here's a crack at goal from a long way out, sent over the bar by Kuzayev. Ambitious effort from the youngster. All right, elsewhere in Group H, Malmo, Juventus, and what do we have here? It appears as though things are getting a bit heated as a free kick was awarded to Juve. And the referee just pausing play for a moment as he'll have a word with Alexandro. It was Alvaro Morata taken down earlier in the sequence, and then Alexandro perhaps retaliating with a flailing arm. No score in this match. We're about 20 minutes in to all of the 3 p.m. Eastern Time kickoffs. The only goal took place in Spain. Vilarreal down 1-0 to Atalanta. This is Malmo's third Champions League campaign, their first since 2015-16. As that's a driven ball played towards Morata. And now coming back out for Dybala. Dybala, the captain tonight. Juventus were disappointingly knocked out in the round of 16 last season when they fell to Porto in an absolutely epic two-leg tie. Porto taking that in extra time. I was actually on the call for the second leg, and it was just an incredible night. We go back to Barcelona Bayern, the headline matchup, and Lewandowski with somewhat of a setup, and Sané denied. Ter Stegen making the save. Depay, Pedri, Busquets, all big names in this Barcelona lineup. Of course, no longer is Lionel Messi a player for FC Barcelona. This is the first Champions League game, of course, for the Catalonian club without their legend. All right, let's go to the game that has a goal so far. Vilarreal, Atalanta. It looks like Vilarreal just had a chance on the turn. The shot from Trigueros was saved by Musso. This now kept alive by Parejo. Now wide on the right wing, Vilarreal looking for a chance. And the cross is cut out nicely. A lot of fans in attendance at Estadio de la Ceramica, of course. Of course, Vilarreal were really a fairy tale story in last year's Europa League, and they put up a great fight against Chelsea just a couple weeks ago in the UEFA Super Cup, where they fell in penalty kicks. Now on the ball is Toloi, the right back for Atalanta. This one lofted forward, Zappacosta won't quite get there. Let's go back to Malmo, Juventus. This game in Malmo, Sweden. It's Alexandro squaring the pass. And now Morata sending it back. Wide it goes from Bentancur. Dangerous cross, and the header is in. The Brazilian Alexandro scores for Juve, and they are off to a flying start. At the midway point of the first half, it's Juventus 1, Malmo 0, and that's exactly what the Italian side needed. As I mentioned, a rough start to the Serie A season. trying to start their Champions League campaign on the right note. And that's one way to do it. Alexandro, the header, a low header at that, as the cross got right by Bentancur, but Alexandro was there at the right moment. And so there we go, our second goal of the night. 1-0, Juventus in front, and you have to think now Juventus will be much more comfortable because it'll be a very, very big task for Malmo to come back. Yes, it's just 1-0, but these two teams mismatched quite a bit, I'd say. Obviously, Malmo, one of the smaller teams in this competition. Not to say that they can't make some noise, and that's what we love about the Champions League. But Juventus certainly getting that goal will be much more comfortable going forward. All right, let's go to Stamford Bridge. 25th minute, no score between Chelsea and Zenit. Chelsea trying to change that here in the attacking third. Zenit, meanwhile, working it out of their end. It's won back cleanly, however, by the Blues. Jorginho over to Kovacic. And now moved into space with Antonio Rudiger. Kovacic driving forward. And now going down is Ziyech. Ziyech looking for the whistle. Didn't get it. And Zenit carry on. It's bound to happen where I misnamed a team. Covering 6 matches at once. As that long ball forward is out for a Chelsea throw-in. Let's go back to when Ziyech went down. I mean, fair play to the referee for allowing the action to continue because it certainly didn't look like a foul to me. Yeah, so I mean, you can't really have any complaints there if you're Chelsea. Yeah, good to see you again as well, Travis. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Appreciate it a lot, man. So just about the 27th minute of all of these matches. As you can see, the scores of the 6 games on the bottom of your screen. For those of you unaware of what this is, it's basically whip-around coverage. If you're into the NFL, it's the NFL red zone of the Champions League. So that's essentially what it is. So I'm bouncing around to each match and bringing you up to date with all of the big moments. 2 goals so far out of the 6 matches. As this is Group F. To Spain we go. Vilarreal down by a goal to Atalanta. It was Freuler with the opening goal, and this could be another one for Atalanta. Tight angle shot, and it's sent wide by Zapata. I'll tell you what, that was nearly a second for the Italian side, and the other question is whether or not Zapata held up his run. The flag remained down, and Zapata, the Colombian, has scored 10 goals in 34 European appearances. He wasn't too far away there. However, eventually the flag did go up. Offside, indeed, the call. 57% of the possession in this game has actually been with Vilarreal thus far. Yet they trail by a goal to nil. All right, let's bounce over to Barcelona, where they're hosting Bayern Munich. We're still waiting for the fireworks in this game. No goals just yet, but a free kick on the way for Barca. Memphis Depay, in-swinger, and the header is over the bar. Not a bad look for Araujo. I'll tell you what, that was a a real good delivery from Depay, and Araujo, when all is said and done, probably should have done better with it. Remember, Bayern beat Barcelona in their last meeting, which was August of 2020. 8-2 thrashing in the knockout stages of the Champions League. All right, here come Juventus. This is Alexandro. And he just puts it wide. The left-footed effort from Alexandro was marginally wide of the far post, and he nearly had a second goal. I've never seen Alexandro create this many chances in a game, but he is taking advantage of every chance he has here in the early stages. Oh yeah, absolutely, Travis. Yeah, if that's a possibility in the future, I would certainly consider it, man. Yep. All right, let's go to the other game in Group H, Chelsea Zenit. Zenit deep in their half, and this is a dangerous back pass, a safe clearance by their keeper, Kristyuk. Trying to get all the pronunciations correct. Hard to deal with, 6 different games, 12 different lineups, but I'm trying my best. We're a half hour in, no score. Rudiger finding Christensen. About 15 minutes left in the half for all of these matches. All right, let's head over to Lille against Wolfsburg at Stade Pierre-Mauroy. 0-0 in this one as well. And what do we have here? A Wolfsburg player down. It looked like perhaps a collision of heads, and the injured player. Oh, no, that wasn't a collision of heads at all. That was a cleat to the head. And the injured player does appear to be Weghorst. Weghorst, the center forward for the German side. And I'd be shocked if that wasn't a card. It will be. So a yellow card shown to Andre, the Lille midfielder. So Benjamin Andre, not with too much of a protest, really. He was well aware of what he did, really. Yeah, you can't have your cleat way up there making contact with the head of Weghorst. So an understandable yellow card from the referee, and now a free kick coming for Wolfsburg. We'll get back to that match in a moment, but for now, it's over to Ukraine. Dynamo Kiev, Benfica. What's going on, John? Welcome in. Welcome into the broadcast, man. Not a fan of this group. What do you mean by that, John? Are you talking about one of the Champions League groups? Oh, with the teams I was just on, Lille and Wolfsburg, Group G. Is that what you meant? Who do I think will win the Champions League? I think PSG. Okay, you're talking about Group G. Got it. Well, we're out of Group G now. We're on to Group E. Dynamo Kiev, Benfica. Benfica playing in their 16th Champions League season. But yeah, I think PSG will win the Champions League. I do, John. That's my prediction. And now we go to Group H. Malmo, Juventus. Whip-around coverage here of the Champions League. And this is a bouncing ball. Morata is there. The keeper is at the edge of his box. And he makes a fine save. Well, that was a brave decision to come out like that. No, I don't think Chelsea will win. No, I mean, I certainly think they have a legitimate chance. I could see definitely Chelsea making a run for the title again. I just don't. I still have to favor PSG. I could see Chelsea winning, but if I had to pick a team, I would go with PSG. Who do I think they'll match up against? Well, obviously it depends how the draw goes. It's not like, you know, we're not even out of the group stage yet, and we won't even get a bracket after that. So, it all depends on the draw. But uh, I'd probably say Chelsea, to be honest with you. Um, Chelsea or Bayern Munich, in all likelihood. Yeah. What's going on, Mitchell? Welcome in. How do I think Messi will do? How do I think he'll do in the Champions League? I think he'll do well. And here's a deflected effort. It's in. Thomas Muller puts Bayern in front. His 49th goal in his 125th Champions League appearance. 1-0 Bayern to the good. And it absolutely silences the crowd in Barcelona at Camp Nou. Well, what a big goal that is for Thomas Muller. Let's look back at this strike. Yeah, it did take quite a significant deflection off of Eric Garcia. So, misfortune, you could say, for Barcelona. But Thomas Muller in Bayern Munich won't mind one bit, because Bayern have the lead. 1-0 the score. And now how will Barcelona respond? Sorry, going back to the comments. Yeah, going back to your comment, Mitchell. I think Messi will do well. I think Messi will do well, and this is Sané looking for contact. No penalty on the play. A clean takeaway by Araujo. But now it's Bayern with all the momentum on their side. Oh, who do I think will make it with PSG in their group? Yeah, that's a good question. I think. By the way, we're going to Vilarreal Atalanta now, where it's 1-0. Atalanta in front, but here come Vilarreal. The home side could have a chance, and that's a great save at the near post. It was Gerard Moreno with the opportunity. Who else? He's been fantastic over the past year. But yeah, speaking of going back to what you were saying, John, in PSG's group, I would say, I'm just refreshing my memory on who's in that group. Here we go. Yes. PSG. Oh, oh yeah, right. They're in Man City's group. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I think it'll be PSG Man City. I think it'll be PSG and Man City. I don't think too many people would disagree with me there. Arsenal have more wins than Juventus. Yeah, I know. That is correct, Gabriel. Yep. You're really good at predictions, John. There you go. There you go. Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive, man. What's going on, Karam? Welcome into the broadcast. We're hopping back to Barcelona against Bayern, 1-0. Bayern in front. Yeah, well, I think a lot of fans overreact after week one, Karam. But yeah, here's Araujo. He'll go wide for Garcia. Bayern Munich, by the way, haven't lost in their last 18 Champions League matches. Barcelona now seeking the equalizer. This ball floated in. It's just beyond the head of Frankie de Jong. Alphonso Davies with the pass forward, the Canadian. Out it goes, throw in for Bayern. Barcelona led by Ronald Koeman. Apologize about that. Yeah, I know, Karam. I know, man. Yep, the should be an interesting one. Should be an interesting one. 39th minute, around the grounds here. Whip around coverage of day one here in the 2021-22 Champions League season. All right, Group F. Let's head there. Vilarreal, Atalanta. 1-0 Atalanta in front. But from what I've seen, Vilarreal have had more of the chances, and this could be one here. Yes, it is! Vilarreal tie the game. The goal by Trigueros. And it was only a matter of time before that opening goal came for the hosts. And Estadio de la Ceramica is absolutely rocking at the moment. A deserving goal, it appears, for Vilarreal, the defending Europa League champions. And Trigueros with the one-time finish. It was just Atalanta really cracking under pressure. They were trying to get it out of their end. Vilarreal forced them into a turnover, and then the pass from Pedraza, finding Trigueros in a composed finish in front of goal to make it a 1-1 game in Spain. Yeah, that's a very composed finish from Trigueros. And Vilarreal now with the momentum on their side. That goal came in the 39th minute. And now maybe another chance for Vilarreal. My goodness, the Atalanta keeper Musso was out of his box to head that one away, but now a second chance from distance. And the left-footed strike is comfortably handled by Musso. All right, back to Ukraine. Dynamo Kiev, Benfica. No score yet. Benfica led by Jorge Jesus and João Mario standing over the free kick. Mario now sending one forward. It's clipped just over the bar. Well, that fell nicely for Rafa Silva. And Rafa going for the acrobatics. And Benfica posing somewhat of a threat here in the attacking third. The goalkeeper for Kiev, Boyko, a bit out of position, really. And a cheeky effort from Rafa. Couldn't quite put it on target. All right, back to the headliner. Barcelona, Bayern Munich. 1-0 Bayern in front thanks to a goal from Thomas Müller. And here come Barcelona down the left wing. The cross delivered. And there to cut it out was Upamecano, the former Leipzig player. What's up, GameX? Welcome back. Great to have you here, man. Great to have you here. All right, Chelsea Zenit is where we go to next. Chelsea, of course, the defending champions of this competition, the title holders. Also won the UEFA Super Cup a few weeks ago, and Chelsea couldn't make anything out of that corner kick, just beyond the reach of Cesar Azpilicueta. Final minutes of the half in all 6 matches. I wonder why, Gabriel. I wonder why. That is a funny joke, though. That is. I'll give you that. They've won some Europa League group stage games at least since then. But yeah, but not Champions League. Not Champions League. It's been a while since Arsenal have been there. Here's Mateo Kovacic. Ziyech to Reece James. Back to Ziyech. James again. He'll cross the header over the bar. Romelu Lukaku trying to adjust on the fly. Reece James, the provider from that right wing. Decent ball in, but nothing. positive as a result for Chelsea, I should say. And now maybe Zenit could have a chance. Well, maybe not. We'll step aside from that game for a moment because there is a VAR penalty check taking place at the moment in the Malmo Juventus game, and the check is over. Juve, it appears, have been awarded a penalty kick, a chance to double the lead, and it's the captain Paulo Dybala stepping up for Juventus. Well, what a chance this is to double the lead before the break. Paulo Dybala, can he double the lead? Yes, he can. Cool as you like, the Argentine converts down the middle. 2-0, Juve are flying on the road. A really composed finish from Paulo Dybala. And Juventus have been in firm control of this game. That went right under the legs of the Zenit, or excuse me, the Malmo keeper. That was a near save, but the Zenit keeper, Diawara, sorry, the Malmo keeper. Why do I keep mixing those two up? The Malmo keeper dove to his right, and in the end, the ball just snuck beneath his legs. And this could be another chance for Juve. It falls to Morata. Morata goes down, and another penalty kick awarded. Well, this is absolutely crazy. A yellow card shown as well to Nielsen, it appears. Yep, Nielsen, the guilty one. And Juventus will have another penalty in the span of about 2 minutes. Well, it's all crumbling down. Oh, no, sorry. I take back all I said. They were replaying what the penalty was for. Sorry. Oh, my goodness. This is what happens when I do a whip-around show. I lose track of what's a replay and what's live. Sorry, they were showing what happened for the penalty. So yeah, Morata was brought down. That's what led to the PK, and then Dybala converted. Meanwhile, the first game, it appears to reach halftime, is Barcelona Bayern. Both teams heading to the tunnel at the break. 1-0 Bayern in front. So we'll go back to Malmo Juventus, 2-0 Juve, and they are in first half stoppage time. Morata's in. Morata scores. And that will be a third for the old lady. A really clever finish as Diawara, the keeper, was closing down the angle. And Alvaro Morata with a perfect touch for goal number 3. And Juventus really are taking this game by storm. It was Rabiot with the pass forward, and then Morata doing the rest. Controlled touch with the right foot, and then a chip over the keeper into the top corner. I'm not sure if it was a slight miss hit, but I'm going to say it wasn't. I'm going to give Morata all the credit because it was a really good finish in the end to make it a 3-0 game. Wow. Meanwhile, Chelsea Zenit have reached the interval. Still no score, so a bit of a frustrating opening 45 minutes for Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. You never know, John. You never know. Dynamo Kiev, Benfica have also reached the break, so that is one of 3 games that are 0-0. A game that isn't scoreless, Vilarreal Atalanta. They've reached the break, 1-1 the score, and now all 6 matches have reached halftime, including Lille and Wolfsburg. That's also a scoreless game through the opening 45 minutes. So just catching you up on the 6 matches, Bayern are leading Barcelona 1-0. Dynamo Kiev, Benfica, Lille, Wolfsburg, Chelsea, Zenit, all scoreless. it's Villarreal and Atalanta tied at 1 apiece. And then also at halftime, it's Juve running away from Malmo, 3-0 the score, including 2 goals in quick succession for Juventus at the very end of that half. Yeah, Arsenal did only beat Norwich by 1 goal, but hey, at least they won. I mean, Arsenal have been struggling to win in general, so they'll take a 1-goal win against Norwich, I'm sure. All right, I'm going to step aside for a quick moment. Hope you guys are enjoying Whiparound coverage of day 1 of the brand new Champions League season. I'll get you up to date with all of the 6 matches taking place. 45 minutes in the books, 45 to go. I'll be back right after a quick break. Which USA player has the most potential for the men's team? I'd probably say Gio Reyna, John. Yeah, I'd probably go with Reyna. I'll be back after this, so don't go anywhere, everybody. Stay tuned. And welcome back into coverage, whip-around coverage of the UEFA Champions League, day 1 on match day 1 of the group stage, and plenty of goals have been scored today. Let's go first to the Barcelona Bayern Munich game. All 6 matches currently taking place at halftime. And I'll just go over some of the key highlights in each of the matches. Leroy Sané would actually have a really good look about 19 minutes in for Bayern Munich, a near post save by Marc-Andre ter Stegen. And then in the 34th minute, an unlucky deflection for Barcelona would end up into the back of the net. Thomas Muller credited with the goal, and Bayern Munich in front 1-0. That is the score at halftime. The 34th minute goal from Muller, the difference. We'll see if anything changes here in the second half. I feel like there will be some fireworks in the second half of that highly anticipated matchup. Chelsea Zenit, meanwhile, in the 38th minute, it was actually Zenit with arguably their best chance of the game, but a rather comfortable save from Mendy. And being quite honest, Rastitsky with the shot, and then Chelsea would have a dangerous corner kick. It would, in the end, go all the way through the box and just beyond Azpilicueta for a Zenit goal kick. 43rd minute, Chelsea would continue to be on the front foot, and it was a Reece James cross, a really good service at that, finding the head of Lukaku, and Lukaku just thrown a bit off balance by the defender, and the header over the bar. So no score in that one. And if Zenit can hold on for a point at Stamford Bridge, that would be huge for them. Meanwhile, Malmo Juventus, the game with the most goals, and it got started about midway through the first half. Alexandro with the diving header to find the back of the net, and Juve really wouldn't look back after that. They were impressive throughout the first 45 minutes, and towards the tail end of the half, Alvaro Morata would be taken down. Penalty kick awarded to Juve. A yellow card as well awarded to the defender Nielsen, and Paulo Dybala from the spot would make absolutely no mistake. No surprise there. Morata converting down the middle. Dybala converting down the middle after Morata won the PK. And then speaking of Morata, he'd score just about a minute after that. It would be 2-0 Bayern, and then Morata with a goal on essentially the last second of the half would make it 3-0. And outside of the right foot finish, a really thoughtful finish into the top corner, slipping it by the Malmo keeper. And so a very impressive opening 45 minutes from Juventus, to say the least. And it looks like they're well on their way to victory. Vilarreal hosting Atalanta, meanwhile, and it would actually be the visiting team, Atalanta, who got the early goal 6 minutes in, and it was Freuler off the post and into the back of the net. Nice setup by Zapata. Atalanta, with that goal, would take the lead. Villarreal, however, looking for a response and getting a response. A chance in front, I should say, for Trigueros, and he'd make no mistake from close range. One-time finish by the Atalanta keeper, Musso. And Villarreal would actually have a really good chance moments after that. Gerard Moreno denied from point-blank range. A solid save by Musso, the keeper for Atalanta. So those are the highlights for you of some of the, just about every one of the matches taking place. No real highlights to show you in the Dynamo Kiev Benfica game or Lille Wolfsburg, because both of those games are 0-0 at the break. Still a good amount of goals elsewhere, and I'm sure more goals to come in the second half. I'll get you set for the final 45 minutes next in all 6 matches here in the UEFA Champions League. I'll be back in a moment. It's halftime around Europe here in match day 1 of the UEFA Champions League. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. We're approaching the start of the second half around the grounds, and all 6 Champions League matches taking place as we speak. And I appreciate all of you tuning in. The most recent goal in all of the 6 matches taking place came from Alvaro Morata at the death of halftime. A sliding finish to make it 3-0 Juve. A really nifty finish by the Spaniard. And so now we get ready to start the second half in all of these matches. I'm sure more goals to come here in the final 45. And I'll be back with the final 45 around the grounds after a quick break. But certainly Juventus, the impressive team so far in the first half of all of these matches. Back for more in a moment. You're watching Whiparound coverage of the UEFA Champions League. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back, everybody. We start the second half of games with the 6 box, all 6 matches underway in the final 45 minutes. Barcelona Bayern Munich is where we head to start the second half of matches. They're in the 47th minute, 1-0 Bayern in front. And it was a goal from Thomas Müller that put the visitors on top. Let's see if Barcelona can at least salvage a point here on home soil. Still a lot of time left, of course, with the second half just starting. This is Marc-Andre ter Stegen. And now settled by Benjamin Pavard. All right. Not much happening there at the moment. Let's go to Chelsea Zenit. This is an interesting game just because of the fact that Chelsea were, of course, the huge favorites coming in, but it's still scoreless, as a matter of fact, at Stamford Bridge. And now at the edge of the box, it's Lukaku trying to link up, and now a shot. Ziyech going for goal. Not a whole lot of pace on the effort, and the Zenit keeper makes the save. That would be Kritsiuk. That's actually Chelsea's first shot on target tonight, so it's at least forward progress there for Chelsea, even though it wasn't the best of strikes from Hakim Ziyech. This is now Antonio Rudiger. Azpilicueta. Mount wide for Reece James. Back with Mount. James again. He'll find Azpilicueta. And now the return from James. shielded out of play. It's a nice job by the Zenit captain. Goal kick for the Russian side. All right, Vilarreal, Atalanta. This game in Spain, 1 goal apiece. This has been arguably the most exciting game so far. Just the way these two teams play, I feel like there's more goals coming. This is one back by Atalanta. They'll move it to the far side of the pitch. And now it's floated in, and what a missed chance that was for Robin Gosens. Gosens arrived on side. It looked like he timed his run just perfectly. And the shot wide of the net. That was a good look, really, for Gosens. Let's head to France. Lille, Wolfsburg. Lille in red, Wolfsburg in green. And now here come Lille. Could be a chance. And there it is. The breakthrough goal has arrived for the defending French champions. Jonathan David, the Canadian. And mere minutes into the second half, the crowd at Stade Pierre-Mauroy erupts in joy. What a moment for the Canadian international, Jonathan David, slipping one past Casteels. And 1-0, Lille in front. A banging start to the second half for the French side. And how about that? Great to see all these fans in the stadium as well to celebrate. And that's a very composed finish from Jonathan David. What's up, Vaughn? Welcome in, man. Welcome into the stream, Vaughn. As Jonathan David has made it 1-0 in Lille's favor. It is being checked by VAR. So a goal check taking place for a possible offside, I have to think. Am I ditching school? No, not at all, Vaughn. No, I got it. I get out at 2:10. So I got home about 30 minutes before I started the broadcast. Oh no, they're checking for a foul actually in the build-up. But yeah, the late window of Champions League games, Vaughn, start about 50 minutes, almost an hour after I get out of school. So fortunately for me here on the East Coast, I'm home from school in time for when most of the Champions League games are played, and that goal will be chopped off. Wow. So no goal for Lille. They thought they scored the breakthrough goal, but a foul occurred in the buildup. That was spotted by VAR, and so instead it's a 0-0 game still. Wow. All right, let's go to Barcelona Bayern. Bayern on the attack. Leroy Sané linking up. Sané on his left. Ter Stegen, a nice stop. Bayern not done just yet. Lewandowski trying to keep the attack alive. It will be a Bayern Munich throw-in. Yeah, real good chance there for Leroy Sané. Bayern have looked like the better team so far against Barcelona. Let's go to Spain. Excuse the yawn. It's been a long day for me at school as Villarreal and Atalanta's 1-1, and Atalanta just nearly retook the lead. Zapata from the corner kick, heading this one off the crossbar. Wow. My goodness. Zapata, so close. And now here come Villarreal. Villarreal into the box, knocked away. And that will be a foul called against Atalanta. Against Villarreal, sorry, for Atalanta. All right, back to Chelsea Zenit. This game continues to be intriguing just because of the fact that Chelsea have yet to break the deadlock. And let me test out a scoreboard like that. I like the ticker better, even though that's a bit bigger. Yeah, I prefer the ticker. And there was Reece James. James with a chance, trying to slip that one into the near post. Chelsea have been creating quite well, but the final execution just hasn't been there. About the 57th minute of play. Goal kick for Malmo. For Zenit, sorry. By the end of the broadcast, I'll hopefully not be mixing up Zenit and Malmo. They have the same exact colors, so it's throwing me off. All right, back to the marquee matchup, Barcelona Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich in possession, Alphonso Davies. And now the goal scorer, Thomas Müller. Musiala, still a very young player. Davies, that's blocked. Second chance, off the post. The rebound cleaned up and put away. Robert Lewandowski, who else? And Camp Nou is silent as the Bayern Munich players celebrate. 2-0 the score. Lewandowski scoring his 74th goal in just his 97th Champions League appearance, which is third all-time, by the way, in goals scored in this competition. The first chance was a good one off the post from Musiala. And then Lewandowski clearly in an onside position there to tap home the rebound. And now Barcelona in serious trouble as Bayern Munich take a 2-0 lead. Lewandowski, a goal-scoring machine, simply put. Third leading goal scorer in Champions League history, as mentioned, and seems like a long road back now for Barcelona in front of their home crowd. By the way, Lewandowski in his Bayern Munich career has scored 303 goals in 335 appearances. I mean, those numbers are just mind-blowing. And that's why I do consider him a machine, quite literally. He scores goal after goal, doesn't he? As Benjamin Pavard sends it back to Manuel Neuer. Pass out wide, headed down by Roberto. Let's go to Ukraine. Still no goals here between Dynamo Kiev and Benfica. Benfica currently in possession. And now it's Everton with the pass forward. And this could be a shot. It falls to the edge of the 18. Fighting for it was Rafa Silva. The chance and a save made. Dynamo Kiev's keeper Boyko able to keep it out. And now Dynamo Kiev trying to spark the counter. My favorite soccer stadium. Ooh, that's a tough one, Vaughn. Well, it's hard to say my favorite soccer stadium since I haven't been to a lot. I haven't been the only stadium I've been to in Europe is Estadio Alvalade where Sporting play in Lisbon, Portugal. And there's so many stadiums in Europe that I'd love to go to. But from watching on TV, if I had to pick a favorite stadium, ooh, I would probably go with Dortmund's, to be honest. Signal Iduna Park. That's a stadium I really, really want to go to. Yeah, that stadium looks really cool. But it's tough to choose one. It's tough to choose one. That is a good question. As we'll now go to Vilarreal Atalanta. This game at the hour mark. Looks like Vilarreal are making a number of substitutions. Moy Gomez coming on for the goal scorer, Manu Trigueros. So not much going on there as the subs are made. Let's go to Chelsea Zenit, still 0-0. And now here comes Zenit. It's tapped forward by Wendell. And now it could be a chance, breakaway opportunity. But coming to the rescue at the last second was Antonio Rudiger. It was Azmoun who nearly got the shot away. But Rudiger saved the day for Chelsea. He came in at the last moment. Sardar Azmoun has scored 58 goals in 92 appearances for Zenit. The Iranian international has been their go-to man up top. Malcolm on the turn. And now Rakitsky. All right, let's head back to Barcelona Bayern, where Bayern are up 2-0. Barca in some trouble. This is in Group E. Alphonso Davies going down, but a clean takeaway, according to the referee. And now some great work through the midfield by Barcelona's Eric Garcia. Davies steps in. Bayern win back possession. All right, back to Chelsea Zenit, where a change is being made. Hakim Ziyech is done for the night. He gets a standing ovation from the crowd at Stamford Bridge. Kai Havertz on to replace him. So we'll see what type of impact Havertz can make off the bench. Meanwhile, promising set piece on the way for the Blues. Marcos Alonso, Mason Mount, both standing over the ball. Mount steps over. Alonso delivers the in-swinger. And now a second chance, but skied over the bar by Mateo Kovacic. Let's go to Sweden. Malmo, Juventus. It's been all Juve. 3-0 they lead. And now they're in pursuit of a fourth goal. Could this be a chance here? Alvaro Morata finding Cuadrado. Cuadrado, great ball ahead. Dybala, wonderful pass. Morata's denied near post. And the second chance is dealt with by the Malmo keeper, Diawara. Well, Juventus just relentless here throughout the game. They want another goal. 12 attempts thus far, 6 of them on target. And now Malmo move it into the middle. This ball lofted forward. Sent across, but handled by Wojciech Szczesny. Szczesny of Poland. Juventus, of course, led by Max Allegri, his second stint in charge of Juventus. It's been a bit of a bumpy start to the Serie A season, trying to right the ship here in the Champions League. It's a foul against Morata. Morata, who's hungry for another goal. Let's go to Lille, Wolfsburg, where we thought Jonathan David, the Canadian, scored the opening goal for Lille, only for VAR to check it and bring it back for a foul against Lille in the build-up. And now what do we have here? A card is coming out. Which color will it be? It will be a yellow, a second one indeed for John Brooks, and he's sent off. So the American defender will head to the showers early. Wolfsburg down to 10 men. And I just cut back into this match, so I'm not entirely sure what happened here, but let's see. Oh, there's a handball. Yeah, he swatted an arm at it. And on a yellow card, you just can't afford to do something so egregious if you're John Brooks. And Lille Lille realized it right away. And now they're showing that was the first yellow card. And then the second yellow card, which happened a minute ago, it was just a clumsy foul. So John Brooks will walk off, and his team, Wolfsburg, down a man for the final 30 or so minutes. Here's the free kick by Lille. And now it's headed down. The shot is a cannon, parried away by Castells. That was David with the look. The Canadian has been all over the pitch tonight. And now Lille trying to capitalize, being a man up the rest of the night. Hello, Shauna. Welcome in. Thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. Hope all is well with you. And great to be on the call for Champions League action around the grounds. We now head to Stamford Bridge, Chelsea Zenit. This game's still scoreless 3/4 through the match, which is quite a surprise, I'd say. And now here comes Zenit. It's not like Zenit have been, quiet. They've had some chances. Asmoon leaves it. Here's a curling effort, but Mendy all over it. Chelsea haven't lost in their last 11 group stage matches of the Champions League. 7 of those 11 games resulted in victories. And here is Azpilicueta. Kovacic. Return pass from Rudiger. Azpilicueta. Gorgeous ball in, and Lukaku's header finds the back of the net. The breakthrough goal has arrived for Chelsea, and who else but Romelu Lukaku to deliver that goal. A deep sigh of relief, I'm sure, for Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea. The Belgian forward scores his 14th goal in his 28th Champions League appearance, 1-0, and finally, Chelsea take the lead. He has the magic touch on many occasions, and this was another one of those occasions. Perfect cross by Azpilicueta, and then Lukaku doing the rest. That header into the bottom left corner. An assertive header at that. And Chelsea in front, finally at Stamford Bridge. Well, Lukaku has certainly been a great addition for this Chelsea team, as many expected him to be. He won a Serie A title last year with Inter, and now ready for his next challenge, his second stint with Chelsea. So far, so good. Did the live stop for a bit on my end? You mean my broadcast? No, it didn't. GameX, no. I think everything's running smoothly. It might have been something on your end. I'm not sure. But yeah, it looks like everything's going fine. At least on when I pull it up on my phone, everything's working. I'm not sure. Oh, not my live, the match. No. The everything's going fine on my TV. Yeah. I'm obviously in the US, so I'm watching CBS Sports Network where they have whip-around coverage. It's called the Golasso Show, where they have whip-around coverage and go from game to game, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. The match stopped there for a bit. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why. I assume you're talking about the Barca Bayern match. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why that happened. Malmo Juventus is where we head to now. Oh, and what a chance that was for Malmo. A punch away by Szczesny. And now back into the box. The cross from Nielsen cut out. It will be a throw-in for Malmo. All right, back to France. Lille, Wolfsburg. Remember, Wolfsburg down a man after a red card to American John Brooks. And now Lille trying to take advantage. A corner kick on the far side. Flicked on, headed in front, and it's saved by Castells. Oh my. I mean, that's a golden chance for Lille. It was Jose Font with the opportunity. Excuse me. And now another booking here. Things starting to get chippy in this Lille Wolfsburg game. Lucas and Mecha shown yellow. Yeah, absolutely, GameX. I did not see that coming, man. You losing to Young Boys. I caught the very end of it when I got home from school. Great to see the American Jordan Pefok scoring in the 95th minute. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took out Ronaldo in the first place, but yeah, that was a big surprise, no doubt about it. Crazy come from behind victory for Young Boys. That was earlier in the day when Young Boys beat Man U 2-1. Sevilla also took on Salzburg. That was a 1-1 game. And yeah, Lille have been dominating Wolfsburg. 11-1 are the shots, yet still no score. Own goal. There was an own goal, Gabriel, where in which game? As Vilarreal are now on the attack. That's taken back by Atalanta. Oh, and it's turned back over. Vilarreal, a chance! And the Spanish Europa League winners have taken the lead. It's Danjuma from close range. And Atalanta just giving it away at the back. And there to capitalize were Vilarreal. Well, how about that? Playing from behind, it's Vilarreal now in front with 2 unanswered goals. Yeah, just very sloppy from Atalanta. It was actually the goal scorer, Freuler, who turned it over, and then a pass forward by Moreno, and Banhuma with the finish, and Villarreal in front. How about that? Delightful finish, and a great comeback from the Europa League winners. We'll go back to the headline matchup. Just about a quarter of an hour to play between Bayern and Barcelona. It is Bayern in possession. Bayern already with a 2-goal lead. Wide it goes. And turn back over to Barcelona. Here's Gerard Piqué. Muller and Lewandowski, the 2 goal scorers for Bayern Munich tonight. And this is a dangerous looking cross, but cut out nicely by Upamecano. I know, absolutely, GameX, absolutely. It's still strange with no Messi on the pitch for Barcelona. Still has to. I still have to get used to it. It's definitely very strange, and they could certainly use him tonight. As Bayern are about 15 minutes from victory. This is now brought forward by Muller. Lewandowski. Square ball. De Jong got a touch. And now Araujo. That's out of play off of Araujo. Frustrating night overall for Barcelona. At home as well. And now here come Barcelona. This is a nice cut inside by Coutinho. But ultimately, nothing being made of that chance for Barca. And the Bayern keeper, Manuel Neuer, has it. Which game am I watching, Chelsea or Bayern? I'm watching all 6 games, Gabriel. Yeah, that's why I titled the broadcast UEFA Champions League group stage whip-around coverage. Yeah, and that's why I have all 6 scores on the bottom. So I'm bouncing from game to game. Basically, an NFL red zone of Champions League. That's essentially what it is. Yeah, so I'm going from game to game, covering them all. As Memphis Depay is taken down, a yellow card shown. But yeah, right now, Gabriel, I am watching Barcelona Bayern. But in 30 seconds, probably, I'll be jumping to another game. That foul committed by Upamecano. Depay, a bit slow to get up. "78 minutes play now in this one. And time starting to run out for FC Barcelona. And some good combination play from Barcelona through the midfield. Down the left wing, it could be a chance. The cross delivered. Nice work defensively as Nicolas Sula was there. All right, let's go back to London. Chelsea up 1-0 on Zenit thanks to a Romelu Lukaku goal. As it's Azpilicueta with it in the midfield. Mount to Jorginho. And if Chelsea can get a clinching goal, that would certainly be great for them. Because it's still a tight one. Marcos Alonso on his left. Alonso! Oh, it's just wide. Not a bad effort at all from Marco Alonso. A left-footed strike just wide of that far post. You could see what he was trying to do. Well, yeah, yeah. A 2-0 defeat is much better than 8-2, but still, it's not the way Barcelona wanted to start off. And here comes Zenit. Oh my word! It's put wide somehow. The best chance of the game for Zenit, and I don't know how they haven't scored. That was the substitute, Zuba, who many of you are probably aware of from the Euros this summer with Russia. And yeah, he just missed it here. He was wide open, just didn't catch it cleanly. And he was involved in a heavy collision with Edward Mendy. And so, while those two players are evaluated, let's go to France. Lille, Wolfsburg. It's still 0-0, despite domination for the most part from Lille. And the home side have won a free kick just outside the box. All right, welcome back, Vaughn. Thanks for tuning back in. So this shot will come from 20 meters out, which is just about 18 yards. I mean, this ball is as close to the box as it can be without being inside the penalty box. 80th minute, and Lille looking for the winning goal late. Up a man after John Brooks was sent off, a red card earlier in the half. It's Yilmaz. Can he be the hero for Lille? Not quite, as it's drilled right into the wall. The Wolfsburg wall does its job. A corner kick on the way, however, for Lille. And it will be Xhaka taking it. Good service from Xhaka. The header away, edge of the box. It's controlled by Font. A dangerous service. Header away by Wolfsburg, who at this point are just trying to hold on for the draw. And once again, it's floated in, but great work by the Wolfsburg keeper, Castells. Let's go to Ukraine. We haven't been to Kiev in a little while. Dynamo Kiev, Benfica, still 0-0 at NSK Olimpijski, the stadium that Dynamo Kiev play at, and a lot of the Ukraine national team matches take place. And that's a heavy tackle on João Mario, and there's the yellow. A second one it is, and off goes Denis Garmash. Garmash provided his walking orders. And considering he was already on a yellow, it really was a silly challenge on João Mario. So Dynamo Kiev down a man the rest of the way. We'll see if Benfica can capitalize. Meanwhile, Vilarreal 2-1 up on Atalanta. Atalanta trying to grab the equalizer, and this could be a chance. Oh, they've grabbed the equalizer indeed. A scrappy finish in front. But Atalanta will take it 2-2 in Spain. Wow. Well, this game has been the best one out of the bunch. And that silences the crowd. 2 goals apiece. My goodness. And sorry, I realized I hadn't updated the Villarreal goal from earlier, but now that scoreboard will be updated. And yeah, Villarreal just unable to pick up the goal scorer, who I believe I'll get confirmation in a moment. It was a bit of a deflected cross, took a ricochet as well. It was Robin Gosens. So Gosens had that golden chance earlier in the half. He makes no mistake about this one. 2-2 between Villarreal and Atalanta. This has been an exciting game. Yeah, Gabriel. Yeah, back in the day, I forget what year it was, but Aston Villa did win Champions League way back when. As we now go to Camp Nou, and Bayern Munich could have a third. Oh, it's off the post. Rebound chance, and that is a third. Bayern Munich will clinch the victory. And guess who it is? Robert Lewandowski. His second of the night. It's the Lewandowski show again. And in the 85th minute, Bayern Munich will cap off an impressive performance in the opening game of their new Champions League campaign. It's another nightmare for Barcelona. Nothing's gone their way tonight. And the first shot, it was almost a carbon copy of the first goal. The first shot off the post, and then Lewandowski there to clean it up. Lewandowski this time just composed, waiting for the defender to commit. PK eventually did, and then Lewandowski with the powerful finish. Took a deflection off of Araujo, but enough pace on the shot to put it by Ter Stegen. 3-0. Bayern cruising. Yeah, I did see that Man U lost, Vaughn. Yeah, when I got home from school, I saw the last few minutes of it. That was quite crazy. Yeah, I mean, credit to young boys. Credit to young boys. That was a crazy ending. And the American Jordan P. Fox scoring, you love to see it. Yeah, there was a red card against Dynamo Kiev. Gabriel. But do I like Shakhtar, Vaughn? Do I like Shakhtar? I mean, they have a Portuguese manager. But I mean, they did beat Real twice last Champions League season, so but hey, I have nothing against Shakhtar. I don't like them, I don't dislike them, as I'll now head over to Villarreal Atalanta. Oh, I appreciate that, Trey. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for stopping by on my streams. Much appreciated. As Francis Coquelin has just been shown red. Wow. We've been having red cards in all of these in just about every match. That's 3 of them now. So a red card shown to Francis Coquelin, the former Arsenal player, second yellow, and so now Villarreal down a man the rest of the way. But yes, I mean, I wouldn't say school has been chill, but it's been all right, Trey. It's been all right. Yeah, it's going along. I've got a decent amount of homework to do after this, but hey. 89th minute now, here between Chelsea and Zenit. 1-0, Chelsea holding on to the lead. This is now won back by Zenit in the midfield. Good challenge in there from Jorginho. But now Zenit again in possession. We're approaching second half stoppage time in all of these matches. I do homework. Of course I do homework, Vaughn. I'm a good student, or at least I like to think I am. I have to do my homework, especially in my AP classes if I want to, you know, do well on the tests. But yeah, I definitely have plenty of homework. Taking all honors in two AP classes. It's not too easy at all, but hey, it's manageable. It's manageable. But now that's one back by Chelsea in the midfield. Timo Werner, 4 additional minutes here at Stamford Bridge. A nervy ending. We'll see if Chelsea can hold on for the 3 points. Meanwhile, for the moment, we go to Malmo Juventus. 3-0 Juve. All 3 goals from Juventus came in the first half. That cross cut out by Malmo. But it's won back quickly by Juventus. Rabiot. Oh, that's great link-up play. Could it be a fourth? No, not quite. Save made. Malmo trying to clear. But once again, it's kept alive by Juve. Here is Kulusevski. Kulusevski eventually had it knocked away and stolen. All right, back to Vilarreal Atalanta. In my opinion, the most entertaining Champions League game of the day. 2-2. They're in a stoppage time. We're having 3 additional minutes here. And Atalanta now with it. It's on the left foot of Ilicic. Atalanta looking for the late winner. This game's gone back and forth throughout. And that pass is off the mark. Vilarreal say thank you very much. Yeah, just about 2 minutes remain in this one. Most of these matches approaching full time. We go to Ukraine out in Eastern Europe. Dynamo Kiev, Benfica still 0-0. And the cross floated in. Now it comes back out. Oh, Dynamo Kiev strike the post. The rebound saved and a near own goal, but it somehow doesn't cross the line. Unbelievable. Dynamo Kiev can't believe it. Half of the team on the ground clutching their heads because they're in pure disbelief. By the way, earlier I was telling you how Dynamo Kiev got a red. Apparently, that was checked by VAR and they overturned the decision. And so it actually wasn't a red card. So a correction there, as this is a dangerous corner kick and the header tapped over the bar by Benfica's goalie Vlachodimos. Talk about an exciting ending here. Vlachodimos getting a hand to it. And so another corner kick on the way for Kiev, and the fans are getting into it. It'll be an outswinging corner kick. To the edge of the box it falls for Mykolenko, the Ukrainian himself. Now a cross floated to the back post, and there's the breakthrough goal. In the final minute, Dynamo Kiev score. It's Shapalenko. It's 1-0 Kiev, and Benfica will be devastated here as Shapalenko turns into the hero for the home side. In the last minute of play, he scores at the back post. And Benfica were under a whole lot of pressure the last few minutes. And in the end, Dynamo Kiev break through. Wow. Talk about late drama. And yeah, it looks like he held his run. On sides was Shapolenko. Perfectly timed run. And a finish to the near post. Just, it all happened too quickly for Vlachodimos to react. 1-0 Kiev. And now the only scoreless game is Lille Wolfsburg. We meanwhile head to Vilarreal Atalanta there on the final play essentially. Here's a cross. The header. Oh, what a stop. Atalanta's keeper Musso saves the day. And it looks like the referee will allow for one last corner kick. Another chance for Vilarreal. By the way, Bayern have defeated Barcelona 3-0. That's final. Chelsea have beaten Zenit 1-0. That's final. And what do we have here? Oh, goodness me. Back in the Dynamo Kiev Benfica match, VAR just took a look and the goal will not count. Offside. Wow. And that is a huge blow for Kiev, who thought they had the late winner. My goodness, unbelievable. That is remarkable. Well, we're getting the late drama we wanted here on the Whiparound show of Champions League coverage, and that is it in Ukraine. So Dynamo Kiev go from thinking they had the last second winner to ultimately having to settle for a point. And there's a good look at the replay, and yeah, it was offside. Once you put those lines in, it was the right decision. So Benfica let off the hook, and they'll take this point on the road. All things considered, 0-0 the final score in this one. What a thrilling ending, despite there being no goals. As mentioned, Barcelona Bayern has gone final 3-0. It was all Bayern Munich on the night. A statement victory for Bayern. Meanwhile, Vilarreal Atalanta is over. Atalanta and Vilarreal both settle for a point. 2-2 is the final score. Yeah, well, I mean, it was the right decision looking back on the replay again, Vaughn. But yeah, that was that. I mean, it just when I was watching it, it didn't look like they were going to review it. And then when I went over to another game, Vilarreal Atalanta, apparently that's when the review took place. And then I was just shocked that when they went back to that game, I saw the referee signaling for offside. Juventus Malmo has gone final. 3-0 Juve win. Lille Wolfsburg, the final game still going on, and it's currently 0-0. With a minute remaining. Remember, Wolfsburg down a man after the red card. Is there late drama in this one? The fans on the edge of their seats here, hoping for a Lille late game winner. And here they come. Maybe one last chance for the French champions. This is laid out wide. And now the cross sent in. Header by Andre. Cleared away. He was involved in quite the collision. Now about 30 seconds remaining. Cross delivered from the left wing. Headed out of the box by Wolfsburg, but not cleared all the way. And now they're trying to set up a perfect chance, but the time is running out. About 10 seconds to play. Onana, great move. And a penalty awarded to Lille. Would you believe it? In the last second of the game, Lille are awarded a penalty kick. Drama right up till the final whistle. And in the last game still going on, it's a penalty kick to Lille, although looking at the first replay, it appeared to have been outside the box. So let's see here. Yeah, that's outside. That's outside the box to me. But right now, as it stands, a penalty kick has been awarded. VAR is checking it. And we'll see what the ultimate verdict is. Yeah, I'm loving it, Vaughn. Absolute drama here in the final minutes around Europe here in Champions League. But yeah, looking at the replay a few times, that looked outside the box to me. It did. But we shall see what VAR decides. A crucial decision to be made here. And there it is. A free kick instead. No penalty. The foul occurred outside the penalty area. And in the end, that's the right decision. It has to be said. And so, even though Lille don't get the penalty they thought they had, it is a free kick from a promising position as we enter the 98th minute of play. Minute 98 in France. And the last play of the game, in all likelihood. It looks like Yilmaz is standing over it for Lille. And is this an angle where he can go for goal? Let's see. Or will he deliver a cross? Plenty of options here for Yilmaz. Yilmaz headed away, and that will be it. The fans boo, but that is all she wrote. Game over. Lille 0, Wolfsburg 0, and Wolfsburg will be the happier of the two sides. All right, I got to head out, folks. I have to pick up my brother from his freshman soccer practice. Hope you guys enjoyed, though. A lot of fun tonight with Whiparound coverage of the UEFA Champions League. I hope to be back tomorrow to do the same. So I'm Samuel Reese signing off, saying so long, and hope you enjoyed all of the goals around Europe.